Hello beautiful people, how are you? This is Pretty in Pink. Thank you and welcome to my channel. Today I want to discuss basically just give you some updates of what's been going on with me and tell you some of the symptoms that I've been having. About a month ago I was walking from the train station to my car and I realized that the perception of where I was not quite where I was walking. Basically my perception was walking ahead of myself. And my feet were higher, felt as though I was stepping higher than where the ground actually was. Yeah, I felt like I was having an out-of-body experience while I was awake and walking. Yeah, I was basically not like in myself. Yeah, then a few days later, something else similar happened where I was walking and instead of stepping higher, this time I was like stepping into the ground. This actually kind of spooked me out because it felt like, you know, my feet was actually going through the ground as I was walking. Shortly after that, I was doing some running around, doing some chores and stuff. This was, yeah, I was out shopping, and I was out shopping with a friend, and you know, we were on our way back from shopping, and we made one last stop, and I decided to stay in the car this last time. And so I locked all the doors, and I tilted the car seat back, and I closed my eyes, and I was just relaxing, took some time out to relax. And while this friend was on the way back to the car, my eyes were still closed. I was able to see this person through my closed eyes. This kind of amazed me. And let's see what else. Not very long ago, this was probably about, actually this was maybe about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Yeah, I was praying, and as I was praying, I started to vibrate, and this was like pretty intense. And then as I was vibrating, I saw a blue light, kind of like right here. It was very bright, very vivid, and when this happened, I fell into a trance. Next thing I knew, I woke up the next morning, and not remembering, what I'm like. The last thing I remembered was seeing that blue light, and then falling into, and then just kind of being out of it. And I woke up with the memory that I was given some sort of download of information. I don't think it was the usual where I would be speaking with someone or anything like that. This one felt a little bit different. I remember that the information had to do with change, mass changes, and that's pretty much all I remember. So yeah, that was I thought that was pretty cool that happened. Not long after that, I think it was, I don't remember if it was a day after or maybe 2 days after. It may have been the day after, the morning after. I was on the train going to work. Yeah, I'm a commuter. And as I was getting off the train, I heard a man speaking. So I kind of looked around to see, where it was coming from, and I didn't see anyone speaking, and I thought maybe it was from the intercom, and it clearly was not the intercom. I realized that the sound was actually not coming through my ears, but it was from my head. It was, it was very odd. Yeah, our brains are kind of like a radio, and it picks up different frequencies. And it was though I picked up this frequency of this person speaking. Now, as I was waiting to get off the train, I sat there and listened, and it sounded as though it was a man who was speaking to someone, probably on his way, to work also, on a cell phone. And he was talking about work-related things on the cell phone. And what freaked me out was that had I heard it through my ears, it would have been just like another conversation. But I literally heard it here. then next thing that happened, this happened actually just a few nights ago. I was having, I was sleeping and having, a lot of vivid dreams in this particular night. I actually had 3 dreams. The first 2 were, although very vivid, they were very short. I don't remember much of what happened. In the first dream, I was visited by a gold being with a gold aura. And I believe that this may be something pretty significant, actually along with the blue light. I don't remember much. I didn't get a clear picture of what it looked like. And that's pretty much all I remember. That same night, I had another dream, another vivid dream where I had visited what looked like another world. It had a blue atmosphere, very bright, vivid blue, and white mist. Don't remember much from this one either. Same night, this all happened in the same evening. I had a third dream, and this one it was extremely vivid and very clear, very played out. In this one, I was sitting at a desk. It was a table. Looked like a little cafeteria table, and I was given a red scroll, and on the scroll there were white letters, and it listed 10 things that were to come, that were to happen in the future, in my future. The first thing that it listed was that I was going to get married. Second thing that was listed was that I was going to have 5 children. Yeah. The third thing that it listed was that I was going to go into make a career change in natural healing. So I actually looked over this list. This last 7 things, I don't even think I even got to read. I was like looking over the first 3 things, reading them over and over again. I actually looked away in the dream and looked back again, and the same, nothing changed, which I thought was a little strange, because usually in dreams things change all the time, and this was kind of like constant. Then shortly after, I was in a mansion, and I was then visited by myself from the future. I looked extremely healthy and vibrant and just very beautiful and very pregnant. Probably could have been like 7 months pregnant or something like that. The future me told me that the 4th pregnancy was going to be difficult, but that we got through it okay. And then she asked me if I wanted to see my son. I told her yes. She said, you can see him, but he can only stay for a short while. So she brought him out to me, and I looked down at him, and he had the biggest eyes, very distinct eyebrows, a little round face, very cute, little smile. And the weirdest thing was that it seemed very vivid, as though I was actually experiencing this. And I knelt down to him, and actually I knelt down to him when I looked in his face. And then I gave him a big hug, and we were talking for a little bit, and then he kind of melted away. So then I told the future me that I wanted to see him again, and she said, sure, you can see him again, but I'd have to go out by the water. So so she brought him out to me again, and I took his hand, and we started walking towards the back of the mansion, where we walked through a sunroom. There were 5 men standing there, and one of them was very amazed that I was able to see them. So I continued walking with the boy, and then I kind of stopped. But then I continued to see myself walking with the boy. So it was kind of like I bilocated. Like I stood there and I watched myself and the boy walking hand in hand along the pier by the ocean. But then I also remember walking. As we got to the end of, it wasn't the end of the pier, but further along the pier, I knelt down to him again, and I was buttoning up his jacket and make sure he was warm. From there, I woke up. Now, when I woke up, I listened to the sound of an ocean in my right ear. Anyway, that's what's been going on. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.